Greetings viewers, this is Mortstorm coming at you with another video. And today we're going to continue the review for the Ironman Mark LXXX by Mortstorm. In this video I would take some time to actually go over each of the individual parts to give my own description and definition about each one individually right before the final video where I'll be assembling this figure and of course share my final thoughts about it. So without further ado, let's get started. To start off with the head, the sculpt, and I think this one is pretty sleek. Obviously is very similar to that of the Mark 50 or the Mark 46. Of course, with a few differences, but it still continues with that crimson red look. I will say that the red in this kit is a lot better than the Mark 50. They definitely reused the red from the Mark 46, so I'm really happy with that. So with the crimson red and with the standard gold color, I would say this is almost similar, maybe just a tad darker than the Mark 49, the Rescue Mark 49, the previous kit I reviewed. But still, not too bad. There is one thing I do not like about the head. And let me just show you, and hoping I can remove this properly. There you go. Alright, so you can see here, that's the LED. Now in the Mark 50, there was a magnet. I can just go over and the light would turn on. Mark 46, there was a button on the head to turn the light on. This one does not have either of them. Instead, you can either grab a toothpick or some other tool or use this tool that actually comes with these kits and just press that button. And if you can, almost, there you go. And turn on like that. So personally, a little bit of a hassle. Actually, it's quite bright on my camera here. So just, there we go. So definitely some nice light there. So I'm glad that the LEDs work well. I just don't like the hassle that comes with it. But that's about it for the head. Next up is the body, and just like the previous kits I built, the body is pretty standard with the same conformation, of course, with the difference of compare this to the Mark 50. This has the same colors that is on the Mark 46, so definitely an improvement from there. The only difference I would say is the chest piece is similar to that of the Mark 50, but the color scheme is definitely that of the Mark 46. But other than that, though, I can definitely tell that this is actually pretty nice. All the details and all the pieces have been molded pretty well. There's actually a lot of details on the neck, which I'm kind of surprised about. But yes, it's very obviously standard, like nothing really too much that sticks out. But if you look in the back here, the back definitely has a lot more detail, I would say, than the front. I do kind of like that. There is not as much gold on the body that I would thought there may be. But still, though, I can't deny that it does look pretty nice with nice detail. Now, as you can see here, these two pieces have a hole in it. Now, this kit actually comes with other pieces, so you can just interchange these. But I kept these on because this is where the back unit is going to be placed, which I will review that momentarily. But that's about it. Unfortunately, there's no like panels that can open up to show any jets or anything like that, which is a bummer, but I cannot deny the fact that it does have some nice detail added to it. And as for the previous kits, the centerpiece does come with an LED, and unlike the head, I don't need to open it up. I can just press a button like so, and it actually is pretty bright. So yeah, I'm actually kind of happy how this turned out, and looking forward to see this all assembled. Next up are the arms, And the arms here, I kind of is very different compared to the previous ones, the previous marks. There's actually more gold on this arm than the previous ones, which I'm kind of think I'm happy with. Definitely gives a different change of pace, change of the way it just this looks completely. So I am happy about that. One thing I did do with this kit that I don't recall doing in previous kits is that I decided to add some panel lining to some of the joints here. I will say it was a bit of a hassle to even, clean that up. But I can't deny it actually does look pretty nice. And the elbow joint is pretty good. Almost say a little bit past the 90 degrees. So there's 180, there's 90, and that one I would say maybe 130, maybe 125, so to speak, for those who knows their angles. But still not too bad. Even the shoulder piece looks nice, and the shoulder piece here I would say is pretty nice. Like it's not really loose, whereas the Mark 46 these always were to come off. So the fact this is staying on is definitely a good plus. And so just with I can only show limited articulation because it's not attached to the body just yet, but you can see that there is a shoulder joint and there is some bicep joints along with the elbow here, and the hand of course is just rotating like so. Now this kit actually comes with a couple of accessories for the hands. Just like in previous kits, this comes with just a regular open hand, like so. Another open hand, but this is more like for shooting. It's I would say it's energy beams from his hands. Another hand that's a little bit open to hold a couple of the weapons, which I will show momentarily. And lastly but not least, a hand to show that can attach an effect part. And just put that down for a minute. And this kit actually comes with, let's say, 6 of these, so not too bad. So you can use 2 of them to use an effect pose, so to speak, and just put that back in, like so. And another thing too that this kit comes with, I actually kind of like this added accessory. So if you take this wrist gauntlet, and comes off pretty easily, this kit comes with another piece of the wrist gauntlet, but there is an attachment to it, so you can attach with this nano lightsaber, so to speak. So nice little effect part right there. Which I would say this is one of my favorite accessories for this kit. I don't know, I was like just a blade like shooting out of a wrist like this, or back of the hand. Very nice. In this kit, just remove the hand. There's an LED in there, and I'm hoping this is the one that works, and it's unfortunately this one does not work, but it's not a deal breaker because this is the right arm, and there is a different accessory that is only used for the right arm, which I will show in a minute. But that's about it for the arms. Next up is the waist, and unfortunately not much to say about the waist on this one. There's very little detail on it, which is not terrible, but it's pretty bland. There's no different colors, just the crimson red that comes with this kit. Because of that, I just decided to just add the I won't say the quads, but the top part of the legs for the attachment in the waist, just so it'd be one less thing to worry about whenever I'm putting this together. But to show there is some articulation. You can move out like so, rotate it, and there's several joints actually, which is actually pretty nice. And I mean, these are just the exact same joints as they were in previous kits, but it's really nice to see what possibilities are when the legs are fully attached. Now next up are the legs, and these legs for the Mark 85, they definitely have the most gold compared to previous kits. And I actually kind of like that. It definitely makes this kit stands out a little bit, which I'm really happy with. Like, I get that there are very minimal details or differences for that matter between each of the marks that Tony Stark has built, because there's a huge collection of suits. But I'm just glad that there's a certain way to differentiate between them. So I'm kind of glad they add more gold to the legs here, especially for the thighs. So that's pretty nice. And I did add some paint lining in the knee, just because there was a few lines there that I thought would be really nice to make it stand out. So I added some paint lining there. And even with the extra gold, there is some nice detail too. I would say more in the thigh than the shin. But unfortunately, there's not much else to say about this leg. However, I did have some paint lining in the knee joint. So maybe once I bend it, there we go. You can see a bit more of the paint lining here and here. And that's as far as I can go for his knee bend. It's not terrible, but I kind of wish it can go a little bit better. But beggars can be choosers, I suppose. And that's about it for the knee joint articulation. As for the foot can go side to side, a little bit back, a little bit up, and it can go back just because of this piece that can stick out. There is a toe bend. Fortunately, that's as much as it can. Excuse me. That's as far as it can go, which is a bummer. And you can move it ever so slightly from left to right. And of course, just like previous kits, there's an effect part to be placed underneath the boot. And just place it there. But yeah, that's about it for the legs. Next is the back unit, or the Nano Lightning Refocuser. And this is another one of my favorite parts about this kit as well. Just make the one thing that makes this kit stand out. And this is the attachment piece I was talking about those pieces that's attached to the back. So you see these 2 points here, these will attach to the back parts here. But still, there's actually a good amount of detail on this. This spider-looking thing has a lot of details in all of its parts. So I'm really happy the way this turned out. I would say there's definitely a good amount of panel lining properties here. I was a little bit hesitant because I did do some panel lining in some of the gray parts, and I don't know whether it was due to the plastic or what I was using, but I had the issue of just trying to clean that up. I had an issue just washing some off. So I would say, in case you want to do paneling on this kit, be very careful. But aside from that, though, like I said, it's a lot of good detail on it. I really do like the way how this turned out. And just like the chest and head, this also comes with a light unit. So all you gotta do is press this button here, and there you go. A third LED light. So pretty nice. I mean, I'm happy with that. But the one thing about this refocuser is this actually comes with another gimmicks, if you will. Oh, by the way, this actually is where the batteries are. So in case you got to change them out, I'm kind of happy that they actually gave you like little hatch here that you can just remove very easily. Like so, and they're the batteries. So glad they introduced that with this kit. One thing, and I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video in the unboxing, but this kit did not come with any batteries. This is the first Mortstorm kit I purchased that did not come with any batteries. All the 4 previous ones came with batteries, this one did not. So I was really surprised by that. So I don't know whether I had a bad box or the Mark LXXX just does not come with any batteries. Very surprising. Very surprising. But that aside, nothing that comes with this kit is another little gimmick, if you will. So there are 6 gray parts at each one of these end points here. So you can actually remove them, just be very careful. Okay. So you can take that off, and this actually comes with different connection points with effect parts, like so. Just that sometimes these parts can be really hard to remove. And just be very careful. Like what I did is I actually marked each one of these points. I label them just so I know where they're supposed to go afterwards. But the thing is, so these 4 points here have those interchangeable parts, whereas the ones on the bottom, you just take them off and you just put the effect part in there. There's no extra piece. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah. It just kind of look like that. So imagine with all these attached. Still though, it actually is pretty nice. So I really like that extra thing you can do with the refocuser. But that's about it for that. Next is the Nano Blade, and this is the exact same weapon that was used in the Mark 50 build. So be sure to check out that. Excuse me, my mouth is getting a little bit dry, but anyway, same thing, pretty nice, a pretty sleek design. I do like the blue translucent parts that they use for this weapon. Really nice, adds that extra edge to it. But yeah, it's pretty sleek, not really different compared to the other one. And just like the other kit, this comes with 2 hands that you can actually insert this weapon into. So what you need to do is detach. So take that apart. Feed it through on the bottom of the hand, like so. Have it stick out in the top, and place this back on. And there you go. You can have the Mark LXXX hold the Nano Blade. Next up is one of the last weapons or last weapon accessory. First kit, and it's another nano cannon, just like how this was featured in the Mark 50. And I actually like the way how this looks better than the Mark 51. The Mark 51, like I said, I wasn't a big fan of the red they used for the kit. This red definitely a lot better. The more crimson look definitely is a step up. But as you can see here, I actually did add some panel lining to the shoulder piece, or the attachment piece for the shoulder. Not shoulder now. The arm, the elbow joint. But still though, like it's very nice detail, very nice. I actually had an issue with putting this together because I had an issue with the button here for the LED. So press that and the LED works. And this kit alone probably has the most LEDs, a total of 4, whereas the Rescue Mark only had 2. Spider-Man had only 1 LED for his head, or the Iron Spider. And both Mark 46 and 50, I think both had, 50 had 3. Yeah, 50 had 3, the 46 only had 2. Well, if you count the LED in the hands though, so more than 1, but what I meant by this is this is the only like LED attachment that you're gonna add with batteries, whereas the ones for the hands you don't need to use batteries for. So, but still though, really nice design. But yeah, I had an issue with the button here. Apparently, the one piece that needs to go through in order to hit the button, I guess it was too thick or something. It just did not fit right. So I just smoothed that out with some very light sandpaper or really fine nail file. Just only a little bit, not enough to like break it, but just a little bit. But still, there, like I said, a very nice detail on all this around. And in order to properly put this on, so you grab the right hand, the right arm, and you actually need to take this off. So you take the, there we go. So you move this, and you put this basically on top here. And just want to be sure. There we go. So push it all the way through. And now you have a nano cannon arm attachment, like so. But that's about it for this weapon. And last but not least is the action base. Just like how every other kit before this one came with one. The only difference is that this piece for the body and this just extra piece there. This is actually black, whereas the previous ones were translucent. And I wouldn't say the plastic used for this attachment here is, I think, stronger. The translucent parts or the clear parts beforehand just seems to be very fragile, which I think this one looks stronger. Like, hopefully time will tell. But definitely looking forward to that. So have a nice little label here, the Ironman Mark LXXX V in the Roman numerals. Just like previous kits, this can move around. You have these attachment points that you can add different bases to, or different action bases to. And of course, if you just unplug this, you can adjust the height. And to lock it in, you just push it in back in like so. And there's a little attachment piece here that you need to remove in order to open this. And if you ever want to close it, just close it all the way and you put this back in. This is like a little lock mechanism. Like so. And this piece is not for anything. This is just an extra piece that came with the kit. So just put it there just because. Yeah, that's about it for the action base. Thank you all for watching. I'm definitely looking forward to finalize this series of Mortstorm kits. One more video until this series is over, at least for right now. But I'm just looking forward to just starting a new project. Building a different kit. Maybe some that may continue a different line. Who knows? But I'm just really excited to see how this ends. But yeah, just one more video, and this is definitely the 5th one. So yeah, hope to see you all there. So until then, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more video updates. There are 2 videos here, one that was the most recent, which is the unboxing of this kit, and one that YouTube picked out. There are 2 links down below, one for my Instagram and one for my Reddit account. Reddit where I'll just, not just in terms of kit building, but also some nerdy things too, in case you're interested in that. And also, if I were to find out if this kit is still available, I'll be sure to share a link down below. So until next time, thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep on building.